Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's banter. Let's wait for a few more get on. How's everybody been? I'm sorry I wasn't on last week. I was actually doing a show and I can't be in two places at once. So anyway, here I am tonight. How has everybody been? Anzac Day, got my badges on. Hi Bev, hi Georgina, how you going? Everything's backwards, my tie's crooked. There we go. Tuck myself in so I don't look so uncouth. Pretty in pink. I know I love pink. It's my favorite. Amelia, Tiama, Bev, Georgina, Cheryl. I'm sorry. I was actually doing a platform event at Lilydale Spiritualist Church, which was really awesome. I love doing the churches, so it's always really cool. And yeah, how has everybody been this fine Anzac Day? Remembered everybody that served. Yo! Hey, brother, what are you doing? Boss man? What are you up to? Where are you, Spain? Are you back in Czech? Where are you? How's the lads? You're right. So this week, guys, I have some amazing new cards coming in. But before I start, I just want to go over some housekeeping stuff. So you know that I'm going to go where I'm guided to go. And if you don't get a reading from me, that's okay. I do private readings as well, which is really cool. I'm also back to doing face-to-face readings now too as well. So if anybody wants a face-to-face reading, then we can certainly organize that as well. Coming up, I've got the breast cancer awareness fundraiser coming up. And what else have I got? I've got a show in Mackay coming up as well. So if anybody's in Mackay, I'm working from Whitsundays Funerals, which is really cool. So I'll be up there doing a lecture on transition, death, dying, and transition, and you know, just talking about grief and you know, just I guess all of the things that happen before somebody passes over, and then of course, you know, dealing with things as they pass over as well. So I'm up there doing that, and I'll be doing a show and some private readings in Mackay as well. So that's really cool. And what else? I feel like I've missed out something. Oh yeah, this Thursday coming up, I'm doing the opening show for Rosalind Sanctuary, which is going to be amazing because Rosalind hasn't been on for so long, and I can't wait to do that. So it's all happening. I just want to shout out to somebody that I absolutely freaking adore, and Jay Adams is watching, and he is the most incredible guy, and I wouldn't be the Australian psychic barber if it wasn't for him. So shout out to the boss man who's watching, and sending lots of love to him. Don't look at my hair because it's right shit, and yeah, it needs a good cut, but there you go. All right, so I think that's what I'm up to. I can't remember now. Oh yeah, the Riders Retreat. That's right. I'm up in Queensland for the Riders Retreat as well. I think that's the 15th, 16th, and 17th on the Gold Coast. So I'm up there for the Animal Dreaming Riders Retreat, which is going to be absolutely incredible. Can't wait to join all those people up there, which is going to be so cool. And yeah, it's all happening. Slow and steady. It's all happening. Which is really cool. So that's the housekeeping. Now I've got some really amazing cards. Let's see. Where are you, lad? Are you in Czech? Where are you? Anyway, I've got some cards, guys, that Animal Dreaming Publishing sent. And Let me show you. This one is something I'm so excited about. Okay, so ages ago, Scott from Animal Driven Publishing asked me would I help him out on a project. Okay, and one of the original decks that he used to work with is this one. Okay, Beasts of Albion by Miranda Gray, and it's the most incredible, beautiful Celtic deck based in Welsh mythology. It talks about the Mabinogion and a lot of Welsh history. It's absolutely incredible, really in depth. But the problem was there wasn't a manuscript for it, and Animal Dreaming wanted to republish it. And so for probably a good part of 4 months, I actually retyped it, and this is the result. So Animal Dreaming Publishing is really proud to have this beautiful new deck of Beasts of Albion out now, and you can get it. And I'm just going to show you the cards because they are so cool. Okay, so this is the book that took me so long to type. Look at all that. I had to type every letter, every word, and I'm so honored to be able to be a part of this journey to bring this Oracle deck back into publication, because it really is worthy. I love it. And so if anybody loves animals, and if anybody loves just the Celtic stuff. I mean, look at it. This is the robin. You see the mouse. Hi Kylie. Hi Kylie. Kylie, you're back on. You're out of jail then. Woohoo! Here's Otter. These cards are sensational. You got to get them, guys, because I worked on them, so you have to get them. There you go. Look at that hair. Hi Pippi. What are you doing, Pix? You gotta get these cards. That's a blank one. A unicorn. Okay, butterfly. They're so nice. They're really cool. They got all these little jewels like dragon. The cat's a bit creepy, but it's still a black cat. The owl's sensational. So these are beautiful cards, like really amazing cards that you can get from Animal Dreaming Publishing, and they're just out now. Like I've only just received them in the mail, and I really love them, and it's such an honor to have been able to work on this deck. So that's that deck, Beasts of Albion. You can get on. I'll post the, I think I've still got the link. Let me just see. There it is. There you go. You can click on that link and wait if I can post it somehow. Not sure. Ooh, admin can do that. I'll figure it out later. Okay, so that's that deck. Beautiful, stunning, that one. Okay, now this one is the Sacred Blessings Oracle cards by Animal Dreaming Published. And it's by Evening Star. Okay, Evening Star. And these cards are gorgeous as well. Like really, really pretty. Let me show you these ones. Okay. So they come with a guidebook as well. Back cover. Okay. And this is these cards. Lots of naked women. I don't mind them. All right, let's have a look. Artwork on every card is kind of different. But just to give you sort of like an idea of what they are, they're really cool with that. And they feel amazing. They're so smooth. Hi, Jack. Look at this one. Amazing. Hi, Lisa. So these are just beautiful cards. All right, again, through Animal Dreaming Publishing. Look at, you got to see Green Man. Green Man is amazing. Thank you, Di. I love you. There you go. There's Green Man. There's another one. Love them. They're just beautiful card deck. I can't wait to work with these ones. So we might use these tonight, actually, to do some readings with. So I'll leave these ones out. And what else did I get? Hang on a minute. Let me tell you. Let me see what else I've got. Oh yeah, here they are. Okay, so Creature Teachers, they're coming out really soon as well. Yeah, I will be doing some readings. I'm just going over the cards, but I will be doing some readings. Yeah. Okay. Womb Medicine is another deck that I've got here by Sally McIntyre. Okay. And these ones are beautifully, like absolutely stunning on the back. You can see on the back, right? And then on the front of them, they've got like traditional Chinese medicine. And then it talks about, you know, the Chinese medicine and how it impacts on us. And, you know, it talks, it's all in relation to the womb and relation to, I guess, women's medicine. So all of these cards each have a different medicine on them. So this one is there is no organ quite like the uterus. Okay, so it's really focused on women's medicine. So this is great for anybody that's like a doula or anything like that. Lemon myrtle will purify and cleanse the body. So it's everything to do with healing of the womb. Absolutely beautiful cards. So they're worth having as well. All right, so let's put this to the side and let's have a look. Okay, yeah, they're really cool cards, really cool cards. All right, so let's have a look here. And okay, so I just want to quickly jump in before I have any cards because I have somebody in spirit here. Hi, Mel, how you going? And I feel like I need to talk about the name Damien or Damo. Okay, this person's in spirit, Damien or Damo. And I don't feel like he was really old. Hi, Sugar Mama. I feel like he was a younger person. I want to put him somewhere between 25 and 35, somewhere around there. Damo. And I feel like he was a tradie or, you know, I'm seeing the fluorescent stuff around him. So who can place him? Damien, Damo. And I'm seeing a motorcycle with him, and I feel like there was his passing was accidental. So I know I have to talk about this person. So it's either somebody that's connected to a Damien or Damo that's living, or Damien was actually passed over. But I have to put that name out there, guys. So who can place him, please? A gentleman that passed in a motorcycle accident. I feel like he was around 35 years of age, passed over quite suddenly. I know somebody owns him. Come on now. Get with it. I have to show you my new cups. Or is this one? The Psychic Barber. Or there's this one is the Psychic Barber. But if you turn it around, it says, I banter with the barber. And then it's like, got focus, believe, achieve. Yeah? So if anyone wants a mug, let me know. And I'll charge you for it happily. It's really quiet. Can anybody place a Damo or Damien? Guys, anybody? A Damo, Damien? There's a connection to an Emily with this person as well. E for Emily. And I have to place that also. I don't know whether he's wanting to reach out to an Emily or an Emma. Don't all talk at once, will you? You want a mug? Come on, guys. I know somebody has him. Jackie, my babies are doing so well. They're so happy. Nobody's going to answer me. Why aren't you messaging? So I've got it. Does anybody know a Damien? Hi, Bruno. How are you going? Do you know a Damien? Janet has a Damo. Does he? And okay. All right. I'll just have to give you some more information. Okay. So I'm being given the name Damien. Okay. And I feel like he would have gone by the name of Damo. All right. I have to make a connection to a motorcycle accident. And I also get an E initial around this person. And I feel like I want to call out to an Emma or an Emily, if that makes sense. Bruno, is there Emma or Emily? Okay. I have to pass around as well. Okay. And I feel that this person passed over and they would have been kind of a little bit sort of like 35, around about that age as well. Okay, he looks older anyway, so he may have been younger but looks older. Is that way? Kath, can you place a Damien as well, or a Damo, and with that Emma? Okay. And I also have to place with that person, there's an elderly lady, Tanya Roberts. Thank you. I know a Damien, he died in a motorbike accident. Awesome. Okay, Tanya, is there an Emma or an E initial connected with him as well? I'm just going to pop you up here for now because you're the closest one that we've had, and I know that I needed to talk about him. Okay, but I feel like there's an Emma or an Emily that's connected to this person as well that he's wanting to reach out, and he passed over really suddenly. Okay, Kath, what can you place a Damien? Damien living. Okay, all right. And there's also a lady that's wanting to come through with this Damien person, and I have to talk about, and I know that she's pointing to her chest, so it's either breast or lungs that I have to connect with. I know she passed across with breast or lung cancer, if that makes sense. I'm having trouble breathing with her, and I know that she's coming forward with this Damien or Damo. Okay, Kath, I'm going to hold you there for the minute because I really feel that I need to go to Tanya, because I have to say that this Damien is really strong, and I know that he passed in a motorcycle accident, and he's really clear on it as well. Okay, Kath, so just bear with me for a minute. And Tanya, can you make sense, please, that can you make sense of somebody getting like their learner's permit or a driver's license or L's or P plates? Can you make sense of that? Just hold on to it, Kath. All right, we're gonna get through, and just hold on to it, okay? Mel, you're biased. I love you. All right, come on, guys. I know that somebody, Tanya, is your mom in spirit, okay? Is your mom in spirit? Because I feel like I need to reach out and you can't place it. Okay. All right. Can you place somebody that's pointing to their chest? Right, just bear with me for a minute. I need to separate them. I've got 50,000 spirits sitting here. All right, Tanya, you've got a Damien that passed in a motorcycle accident, okay? With him, is that there's a lady standing there. She is an elderly lady, okay? And I have to make a correlation to breast or chest cancer, okay? Breast or chest cancer, and I feel that I have to go on a male side of the family, okay? On a male side of the family. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna pause all your messages for a minute, please. I'm actually doing a reading, so just bear with me at the moment, okay? I just need to finish this and focus on this. So Tanya Roberts, okay, the ex-husband died of a massive heart attack. This is a lady in spirit, Tanya, okay? This is a lady, an elderly lady, and she's holding her chest, and it's either breast or chest cancer is what I'm being told, or what I'm being guided to say. I see a C initial around her as well, and I don't know whether it's a Carmel or a C, Carmen, something along that, like a C initial that I have to place there. And I'm seeing knitting needles around this lady as well. So I know that it can be pretty, common for elderly ladies to actually knit, but I know that this knitting would still exist as if it's been handed down. Okay, your grandma died of breast cancer. Beautiful. Okay, that's who I have, Tanya. Okay, I'm wearing pink at the moment because I am doing a breast cancer fundraiser coming up in June, and so I'm ramping up the pink over the next few weeks. And it's really beautiful that she can come forward. So I do have Damien, and I do have your grandmother there for you, Tanya. Okay, Damien is just wanting to say, hey, I'm here, I'm fine, everything's fine. He's saying that he was lost concentration and didn't really realize the consequences, if that makes sense. And I think that he may have been a little bit frivolous in times, but he's just wanting to reach out to everybody and just let everybody know that he's fine. He's sending lots of love, okay? And Tanya, the message that he's got for you tonight is not to doubt your direction or not to doubt the path that you're heading in. So he's making reference to you in transition at the present time. And I know that there's a work correlation or something to do with work or transition. I'm also seeing the soul sign on a house or property as well. And he's going to say, don't doubt it, just do it. Okay, now I'm going to go back to your mum and or your grandmother, sorry, and I just want to say how beautiful she actually is. She's got a shelf or something that she's wanting me to make aware, and there's all these little trinkets, and I feel like people would have bought all these little trinkets back from wherever they went for her. I don't know whether they're like little animals or figurines or something like that, but I feel like, you know, she was deeply remembered and deeply revered, and I think that, you know, she's just coming forward at the moment. She's got her apron on, bless her heart. And, you know, sometimes she's saying you've got to cut the apron strings and let people stand on their own 2 feet. So she's really making reference to the amount of burden that you have and hold for other people and just how much you take on. And she's saying, you know, it's time that you actually let go and let people stand on their own 2 feet and started to do for you what you do for others, if that makes sense. So I'm going to leave both those messages there with you, Tanya, with lots of love and blessings. And I hope that you get some peace from that, and you can place those messages from your loved ones. Okay, lots of love. Kath, okay, here we go. Let's have a look here, Kath. So Kath, you've got an Emma, okay, and you've got a Damien living. Is that correct? Awesome. Okay, all right, so he's living, right? Okay. Let me have a look here. Emma and Damo living. Okay, all right, beautiful. Okay, and he goes by the name of Damo. Yeah, that's really beautiful. Okay, this is a gentleman, and I really feel that this gentleman is somebody's uncle. Okay, somebody's uncle. I'm really drawn to the head, and I feel like I dropped with a head injury or a stroke or something along those lines, and I feel like it's one of their uncles, if that makes sense. So I don't know whether you can place that, if that makes sense. Jay, don't you go away because you're up next. Does that make sense, Kath? Okay, there's some that one of their uncles or your uncle. There's an uncle in spirit that's coming forward that's given me these names. I have to pass them across, okay? And I know that I need to talk about him having a stroke or something like that, okay? But I have to place that. You're not sure of his family. Okay, Kath, would it make sense that Shelley, can you just hold for a moment? You've put in more than enough messages, and I can see it. So just hang on a second, because I am reading for somebody else, and I can see your messages, and I will read where I'm directed. Okay, so just hold on, sweetheart, and you know, you don't need to keep asking. I can see your messages coming forward. So just hold on a second. Kath, I need to come here. So his father recently passed. Okay, all right. So, and is this somebody's uncle as well? Would this be one of their uncles? Okay, and was it a stroke? I feel like a stroke. I want to come to the head. Okay, I have to come to the head on this person. But I feel like it's not the only person, not the only thing that was going on at the moment. And I need to talk about somebody that he's either got something wrong with diabetes or something along the lines of that. I have to place too. Somebody near or around Kath that you're working with, or somebody that's near and around you is actually, he's making me aware of diabetes also. Okay, and I've got a T initial coming through. I don't know whether it's Thomas or Tim. Thomas, Tim, T as well. Can you place that, Kath, please? My mother's stroke and diabetes passed. Beautiful. Okay. All right. Kath, your mum and this gentleman are together. Okay. Your mum and this gentleman are together. And I feel like he's brought her forward tonight. Okay. And you know, I feel like you're gonna find it, Kath. Just hold on to it and ask who the T is. Thomas, Timothy, tailor. There might be a tailor or something along those lines. But I feel like he's brought your mum in for you as well. But I know you're going to place him too. Now, mum's coming forward, and she's just wanting to hold space for you, because she's saying that you're very much in your head at the moment and things are going around and around and around in circles. She's showing a wedding band. She's talking about a wedding band. Okay, so I don't know whether you're questioning a relationship at the present time, or whether you've had ups and downs in a relationship, but what she's wanting to say is the relationship's not broken, everything can be mended. Okay, so she's just asking that you don't make haste with any decisions, if that makes sense. Don't make haste with any decisions. She's absolutely beautiful. Okay. Now she's showing me a walking stick. Okay. Now I don't know whether she had the walking stick or your dad had the walking stick, but I'm being shown a walking stick. Okay. And what I'm actually feeling is that it's a crutch to lean on. All right. Now, Kath, you're very independent and you don't really ask for help. Okay, that makes sense, doesn't it? You don't really ask for help, but what your mum's saying is that everybody needs help sometimes. Okay, and sometimes you actually have to have somebody to lean on, and your mum's offering you a walking stick. Okay, or her walking stick is what I'm being guided to say as well. There's an auntie over in spirit with her, so I don't know whether she's got a sister over there, but I feel like there's a sister over there with her as well, and she's just sitting back waving. Okay, just sitting back waving, and she's just showing me the ups and downs as well. I'm also being made aware of somebody that has got a regular heartbeat. Okay, mum is talking about somebody that has an irregular heartbeat, so I don't know whether somebody's been recently diagnosed with what you call it, oh, you're raising Emma's 3 kids, bless your heart. It's like a pacemaker or something like that. Okay, so somebody's got an irregular heartbeat, or you're going to hear about somebody with an irregular heartbeat. So I'm just going to leave that there. Kath, there's so much more that I can actually give you. You've got the palpitations. Okay, but you know, these banters are just a little bit of snippet of insight, and if you do feel inclined, please book in for a private reading. But I'm going to leave it there for now, just letting you know that your mum and your aunt are with you, and just sending you lots of love. And please, you know, if you're not feeling well, get checked out. You know, I'm not a doctor, but I only can give you what spirit puts forward. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. Lots of love, and yeah, that's really cool. Hey, all right, where am I going? Let me have a look here. All right. Now, where'd you go? Here you go. Right, mister. Okay. Now, I've got somebody in spirit for you who's a lad from the old ways, the old days is what I'm being talked about. And I'm seeing pills around him. So I know that this person passed over with a drug overdose. Okay, and I feel like left an imprint, right? Left an imprint is what I'm being shown. He's coming across as kind of like rough looking, but he actually isn't. He's not rough. He's not a rough lad at all. You know, his bark is worse than his bite, and I just feel that he's, you know, very similar to your story is what I feel, very similar to your story, but I feel like he's really misunderstood, and I also feel like there's dyslexia or something like that. That's coming forward with him, and I feel like he's not being understood or he's not being heard, but he went far too young, like absolutely far too young. But can you place him? He's not giving me a name at the minute, but I feel like I have to bring him forward, and he's very, very, very loyal, if that makes sense. Like he's very loyal. He's almost like with you, footstep for footstep, if that makes sense. And he's saying, you know, you can't. Not for old days. Just hang on a minute, okay? Because I've got him, and where are we going with him? It's something, Jay, it's something to do with handing over keys, okay? Something to do with handing over keys. So I don't know whether he's something to do with one of your first shops or or something like that, but he's showing me keys and he's handing over keys. I know it's something to do with from your past, and I feel like, you know, there's depression and anxiety around this guy, and he's sort of like, you know, jumped over. I do feel it's self-inflicted though. Okay, I do feel like it's accidentally self-inflicted, and I'm being really drawn to Reggie's name, and I feel like it's either a Reginald or a Reggie that I'm actually talking to, or something like that. But I know that he's from your he's from your past. Okay, you have an old school friend who went down the wrong path. Okay, wrong path. All right. Okay. Ronnie. Oh, okay, because it's like Reggie. I was like Reggie. So, and he's passed over. Yeah, currently I am, because I've gone directly to Jay. And it was my intent to go directly. Okay. So yeah, this Jay's really special to me, and I want to do a reading for him tonight. So yeah, right, Jay, that's who it is. Okay, it was like Reggie, Ronnie, and I feel like that's who I'm dealing with. This young lad, and he's saying he's footstep for footstep, if that makes sense. And I don't know what the keys are, but I feel like you're getting keys to something, or you have the key to it. And he's just saying like, keep going, keep going, keep going. Um, he's showing me that there's a new direction coming up for you, lad. And he's just talking about, he's flicking through paperwork at the moment, and he's flicking through paperwork, and just bear with me. And he's telling me that you've got a gem on your hands. Okay, you've got a gem on your hands, Carly. I'll get to you in a second. Okay. um I don't know what you're up to, lad, but I know you've always got, you've always taught us that, always to have a second and third plan. And I know that there's something that you're actually planning as well, or something's coming up. But I can actually see the cameras back in front of you, so I know that you're going to be back in front of the camera. But I think it's a bit different than what we've done in the past. Okay. This lad has got your grandma, and she's coming through as well. Yeah, I know you're always up to something, but this is bigger. Okay. This is the next step in the other direction. I also have your grandma coming forward as well, and she's like waving her finger at you, and she's very frail, and she's um, she wishes she could have done a bit more for you. Okay, is what she's actually passed, what she's saying to me. She's looking really skinny at the moment, and I just feel as if like her pockets are empty for you at the present time, or in the past. I feel like, she's just saying, I wish I could have done more for him. I wish I kind of tell him I wish I could have done more for him. But she's saying she's watching over the boys, and she just loves the little one. She thinks he's absolutely adorable. She's just saying, he's so smart and so intelligent. Out of all the kids' personalities, he's the one that's most like you. Okay. And he's probably going to push your buttons, but he's just like you. She's coming forward, and I feel a wasting away with her, and I feel like, she just sort of like withered away, if that makes sense. But she doesn't want to be forgotten. Okay, she doesn't want you to forget her, and she's sending lots of love. And she's just saying, can you look after yourself, if that makes sense? Look after yourself, because she's absolutely gorgeous. I really love this woman. And I feel like, she would take her shirt off to look after you. And she's just saying, and what she's actually showing me is like, she's bringing like a glass of milk to you, and just saying like, this will settle you down. Okay, this will settle you down. Have a glass of milk, and everything's going to be fine. And I just feel like that's something that you would even continue today, if that makes sense. Like, you have a glass of milk and it just brings you back to to where that comfort, if that makes sense. But she's sending lots of love, dude, and I love you to bits. And yeah, you've got two incredible spirits with you tonight, and I can't wait to see what you're up to. And I'm always on your side, and if there's anything I can ever do, you got it. Okay, I love you, and thank you for watching. Really cool. Okay, one very special person to me, everybody. So I just had to do that. Sometimes I have to do things for myself, right? And that man I adore. I'm be a barber without him. He taught me everything. Okay, here we go. Where am I going now? Hi, KJ. Where you from? Yeah. So Jay was actually the first person that ever gave me a shot at barbering. You know, taught me so much. You know, even when I went to formal barber in college, the stuff that I learned there wasn't anywhere near what he taught me in the the 8 months that I was with him. And if anybody wants to go and have a bit of a laugh at Bex, I was actually in a reality TV show that Jay directed and produced and starred in called the London Barber Movement. And go and have a look. Me and Jamie's on it, and it's really funny. And we all get in this car, and it's like, yeah, it's incredible memories. And I was just talking about it the other day in an article for a barber magazine, just how important people are in your life, and he's one of them that I'll always have time for. Right, let's have a look here. Yeah, me too, brother, me too. And where am I gonna go? Let's pull some cards, hey? Shall we pull some cards? Or do we want to wait with spirit? I got so many nice new cards. I love the readings of please going on in my life. Would like to inside so admin, can you take care of that other one, please? Pauline, I am coming to Mackay. Okay, I am so excited. I'm actually coming to Mackay, and I'll be working from Whitsundays Funeral Home and Crematorium. So I'm coming up there to do a lecture. Why can't you post as admin? That's weird. Having a brain fart. Totally forgot what I was going to say. Oh well. KT's watching from the United States. Yay! Ha ha ha. So yeah, Pauline, getting back to you. I will be in the up there. Love you too, Jay. Give that little man a kiss from me. Thank you, Di. Yeah, I'm heading up for an incredible lecture, and I can't wait. You know, there's so many people that suffer with grief, and I am a death doula as well. So I work with people that transition to give them the best possible death that they can have, and that can be anything from fulfilling their bucket list to sorting their last wishes or what they want. So it's just an incredible journey, and I can't wait to do it. Okay, let me have a look here. Okie dokie. Who is the fish? That's Chip. Do you want to see him? There you go. Chippy. Isn't he fat? He's so cute. He's a little fat man. I'll feed him so you can see him. There you go. The monster child's out. She's with her other mum at the minute. Okay, let me have a look here. He's so fat, Mel. We had another fish in there the other day. We had another fish, and his name was Finn, and so we had Finn and Chip, and I cleaned them out the other day, and Finn accidentally went down the drain, and I was devastated. I cried for hours over it. But anyway, oh my God, the brat child's jumped on here. Yes, Miss Taylor, Jade, what can I do for you? Bundaberg. Yeah, so we lost Finn, and So now all we have is Chip, Finn and Chip. All right, I need to get back here, and I know. Let's move along. I don't want to cry on here. So let me have a look here. You want me to go to Bundaberg? If you want me to go to Bundaberg, then you've got to organize Bundaberg. Okay, I'll go wherever somebody organizes it. KJ, what state in the US are you from? Yes, Bev, down the drain. Never mind. Moving along. Okay. Okay, let me just see what I've got in spirit. Hi, Lena. How are you going? Pennsylvania. Hi, Georgina. How are you? TJ, what are you up to tonight? Vandenberg. I'm just seeing where I'm going. Mara, your loved ones are always in spirit. They're always with you. So never doubt that. Um, gosh, guys, there's so many of you up here that I'm seeing messages, and I just want you to know that I'm really holding space for each and every one of you that have lost a loved one. It's never easy when you lose somebody and they cross over. It's very daunting. It's very scary. You do feel alone, and I just want to say to you that um, even if you don't get a reading from me on one of these banters, it doesn't mean that you can't reach out and organize a reading. Okay, I'm more than happy to read for you if that makes sense. Shelley, okay, I have seen so many of your messages and I've mentioned to you so many times, be patient, please. Okay, as I put up at the start of my banter, there is there is spirit that directs these banters. It's not something that I choose. I go where I'm directed to. Okay, and it really frustrates me. And look, I hold empathy, and I hold such empathy for each and every one of you that have lost a loved one, and I see the desperation that comes forward. But you have to understand that I can't read for everybody, and if you really do want a reading, then please book in. Okay, book a reading in, and then you'll have me all to yourself. Okay, the banters are very different to a private reading. All right, they're very different, and only parts of readings get delivered on these banters. Okay, so Shelley, I just settle down. I've said to you several times tonight, back up. All right, admin has messaged you already, so please go to your message box and read the messages. And if I'm drawn to you, sweetheart, I will read for you. Okay, but all you're doing right now is really pissing me off. Okay, and I know and I can see that you're upset, but please just give me a minute to connect to spirit and I'll see what comes forward. Okay, because there are other people on here as well in exactly the same situation as you are. Everybody that comes onto these banters comes on for a connection. Okay, sweetie, and so just bear with us. All right, that's all I'm asking you. Just bear with us. But messaging me 50 times is only gonna frustrate me, and you know it's just not going to work. All right, so just settle down. Okay, take a breath, go get a coffee or something like that, and then come back and we'll see where things are. Okay, I know it's really horrible and I'm really sad for your loss, but just let me work with spirit. Okay, and we'll decide, and then when I know where I'm going, then I'll bring it forth. Okay. Thank you, Lena. um, Look, it's frustrating for me as well because I'd love to be able to go, hey, I'm happy to read for you and I'm happy to do this, but I can't pull in whatever spirit I want to. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like walking down the street, and if somebody doesn't want to talk to me, they're not going to talk to me. Okay, so just bear in mind that. What you say? They're always here. I find it hard to communicate close family, but can help. Okay, Pauline, I'm just going to jump in on this message quickly. Okay, so Pauline's saying they're always here, and we're talking about loved ones that are always being present, but I find it harder to communicate with close family, but can help others sometimes. I feel that they are here when my little man was born, and I know my pop was here. Okay, they're always with us. Okay, and as mediums, I can't tell my loved ones. I can't read for myself. It's so frustrating. um but I can't read from any of my loved ones, so I don't know who they are or what's around. It's really frustrating because I can bring messages forward for other people. But yeah, they are, especially when you've got kids, Pauline, exactly the same. Kids love them. I remember when my little son was born. He was crying and crying and crying, and I just said to my grandmother, "Can you please sort him out?" And the next minute, I hear him in the next room talking, and he was sound asleep. She put him to bed. So it's really cool. But yeah, thank you, Pauline, for bringing that up. That's really cool. Okay, all right, guys. I've got a gentleman that's coming forward in spirit. Now I don't know who he's for, so don't all get bent out of shape here. But I feel like I know I've got a gentleman here. Actually, I'm not feeling anything. Di, you can smack me for that later. But I do have a gentleman here. He's pointing to his throat. I know that he had either esophageal or throat cancer, or tongue cancer, something along like something here. Okay, something in the neck region, so thyroid, throat, something there. So I have a gentleman here. He's got gray hair, but he's got plenty. Okay, plenty of things. Katie, I'm just going to hold that meat reading up there for a minute. I'll come to you shortly, Katie, but I need to talk about this gentleman. I've got a gentleman in spirit with a throat-related cancer. So it's either thyroid, throat, esophagus, something along those lines the gentleman has. He's got some longish hair, if that makes sense, like longish hair or, hi, Sarah. Yeah, like longish kind of hair. And it's like salt and pepper color, if that makes sense. So it's not long hair, but when you're talking about a lad, it's like short back and sides, if that makes sense. And Helena, you're picking up on somebody there. Let me just write this down. Oh, yeah. What do you say, Tippy? Says you killed my mate. Katie. Hi, Babs. How you doing, babe? Wait a minute. Let me just jump this off. Katie B, just hold on there, please. I'll be coming to you shortly. Oh, Katie. Okay. LP, hello. Hi, LP. Okay, let me get some more information because it looks like I've got a couple of you on here. Your grandpa had emphysema, salt and pepper hair loss of that, and he struggled to breathe. Okay, KTB. And Helena, your father-in-law just died of thyroid cancer. Okay. Oh, another double link I think I have here. Just bear with me, guys. Okay, just bear with me. Now, oh, Dot or Dorothy? Dot or Dorothy? Who's connected to the Dot or Dorothy out of you two? Katie or Helena? Dot or Dorothy? Is there a Dorothy connected? LP, just bear with me. I can see your messages. Okay, so just hang on a minute. What's your real name? Oh, you love the goldfish. His name is Chip. Oh, Sarah. Holy moly. All right, just bear with me. Sarah, my uncle died of throat cancer. Okay, let me get some more information here, please, because I think I've got a triple link. So just bear with me at the moment. So I've got a gentleman here that's coming forward, and he's complaining about cancer. He's really specific that it's cancer of the throat area, if that makes sense. So at the moment, I'm leaning towards Sarah. Sarah, would there be three children connected to him as well? Would that make sense? Three children. I'm being shown three, and I have to connect to three children. So either he has three kids or he's one of three, if that makes sense. If anybody else can place this, Katie or Helena. I've got three of you at the moment. Oh no, the problem child wants to be let in. Hang on a minute. Hey, can you let her in? No, she's going to jump all over everything. You know that, right? Who wants to banter with Bugs' butt? Wait a minute. Come on. Look at the problem child's in. Okay, hello, Helena. He had three kids. Holy moly, you guys have really got me putting my work out for me. So, Sarah, you can place the three children, and you can place the Dorothy, and you can place the uncle with the throat cancer. Does that make sense, Sarah? You eat noisy. Okay, Sarah, I'm with you. Okay. So Helena and Katie, listen to the message that I've actually got for Sarah, because I know that it's going to be relevant, and I know that your loved ones are going to be there as well. But I can't read for everybody, and I need to keep this flowing. But I do feel, because I've been given the specifics of throat cancer and those specific names, I have to go with Sarah, because she's placed all three that are really, really specific, really, really specific. Sarah, I'm being given the month of November as well. Okay, the month of November is a really important date. So I don't know whether it's a birth date or a passing date or an anniversary date, but I have to talk about flowers for November. That's specifically what he's saying. Flowers for November. Okay, so I need to bring that forward, and I need to pass that across to you. Okay, I'm also being shown a ring, so I know that he's wanting to reach out to his wife, if that makes sense. So this is your uncle's wife, and she's still living. That makes sense. Okay, and I also feel too that I'm being shown some sort of connection to, like, laser removal or something. He's showing me like I don't know whether it's a laser removal of a tattoo or laser removal of some sort of skin cancer or something like that. But I feel like somebody near around you. Oh, he passed in November, bless his heart. Okay, definitely with you, Sarah. And where's the what do you call it, the laser removal? Like, I feel like somebody's had cancer removed with a laser, if that makes sense, or something along those lines. But I feel like there's laser removal, which is really cool. Okay, so Katie, your pa died in November. All right, I'm just going to hold you there, Katie, because I still feel I'm with Sarah. Sarah, look, he's just wanting to come forward and he's wanting to reach out to the family. Okay, and I'm being shown that he's feeling that everything's scattered at the present time, and I'm being drawn to a house as well. Oh, she had laser removed. My mum recently had laser removed. Okay, cool. All right. Because he's showing me that. So is it a cancer that was removed with a laser? But anyway, he's bringing me to your somebody has to be put in what do you call it, like a retirement home or an aged care facility. Let me use that word, that's a bit better. Aged care facility. Okay, definitely with you, Sarah, because he's showing me that's what he's watching. Yeah, okay, so Di, if you see how that worked. Okay, so Sarah, what I'm being told is that somebody is I don't know whether it's your grandma, but they're talking about somebody being moved to an aged care facility, and he's saying, just gently is the word, gently go forward. Okay, he's very hesitant in his words and the way that it's coming forward, because I feel like I'm hesitating in passing it across to you, but what he's just saying is that things have to be done and things have to be tidied up. And I feel like there's a whole lot of scattered stuff absolutely everywhere. And I just feel like there's stuff in garages, and there's stuff in this room and stuff in that room and stuff over here and stuff over there. And it's going to take a little while, if that makes sense, for everything to be organized. But he's saying gently, gently, and you'll get there in the end. Now, for Sarah, you personally, he's just showing me with your head down, okay, with your head down. And he's just want to say, put your head up. Okay, the only thing you're going to see looking down is your feet. And he's saying, and if you don't look up, you're not going to see what's right in front of you. And he's saying, he's acknowledging the amount of pressure that you put on yourself, and he's also acknowledging, or he's making me aware of, just how hard you are on yourself at times. Okay, and a lot of us can do this, but he's just saying, keep your head up, keep your head up, keep your head up. So I'm going to leave that there for you, Sarah. Please know that your loved ones are with you in spirit, and yeah, really nice to be able to bring them forward today for you. So very, very clear messages, very, very clear spirit. And do you mind, look at her. What would you be doing? Drinking out of the fish tank? Unreal. Get a Maine Coon, they said. Sure. Would you like me to lift the light up so you don't hit your head? Ariana Victoria, she's so naughty. Okay, so let me go back here. You'll have no fish in. No, she doesn't. He doesn't go near her. It's really funny. Like he gets on her, like nibbles on her neck fluff, because I've shaved her. Nibbles on her neck fluff. But I was laughing last week because I'm gonna get some mugs made up, says I banter with bugs. All right, Shelley Potter, let me have a look and see what I can get for you, okay? Helen and Katie, listen to those messages, because I do feel that they will be relevant for you as well, okay? Katie, all right, now, please, before I go further, please understand when you come onto my banters, yep, Katie, I've got you down on my piece of paper, but I have to go to Shelley first, okay? So just bear with me. Okay, because I'm going to go here for a minute. All right, just remember, guys, I go where spirit directs me. Okay, and all right, I'm going to answer that question first. Okay, so Shelley, just hold on for a minute. I'll bring through spirit in a second for you. Katie, now I need to go back to your question that you posted earlier on. Guys, you guys are giving me a workout tonight. Okay, here we go. All right, Katie's written up here, a psychic who was accurate with other things said my mum didn't cross to the light. She took a photo of her and told me she can't look at it. like my mum was possessed or something. My mum never comes through in readings either, so it breaks my heart. Katie, any medium that says something like that, walk away from. Okay, walk away from. It is total disregard, and it's absolutely disgusting to hear something like that. Possession, for a start, is very, very rare, like very, very rare, and it takes a long time to be possessed. Okay, and to sit there when you've got a grieving person in front of you, to be told that she's possessed is absolute bullshit and disgusting. And I think that is just really foul, and I would have asked for my money back. Okay, unfortunately we deal with this sort of shit from time to time, but it's absolutely horrible. Katie, your mum passed into spirit in the purest essence of who she was. Okay, and what happens when they pass into spirit is that they just leave the physical body. Okay, they leave the physical body, and they transition into the essence of the soul. And so they become their purest self. So all of the pain, the hurt, the fear, the anger, the frustration, the hatred, the love, all of that gets left on the physical plane. And what carries across is the pure essence of the soul. Okay, the pure essence of the soul. So it's almost like an ice block turns to steam. Okay, that's what it's like. So they do transition over. Okay, sometimes spirit will hang around when they know that their loved ones are needing them, or or there's a reason for them to hang around, but they do pass over. So that's absolute bullshit. Okay, they have to go back to source. They have to go back to the creator. And like, I've heard people come to me and they've said, somebody's told me that I'm possessed, or that I have no soul, or something like that. It's absolute bullshit. That's ego. Okay, pure ego coming forward. Okay, now accuracy can come forward in psychic ability as well. And there's a really big difference between being a psychic and being a medium. Anybody can work psychically. You can develop your psychic abilities in a development class. Mediumship is proof of afterlife. Okay, and the fact that she's just looked at that photo and said that she can't look at it, like she was possessed, I would bet money on the fact that she just doesn't know how to read. And it's been a really, you've called her on her bullshit and she doesn't know what to say. So yeah, I would say she's more psychic than anything else, with the accuracy things that are coming forward. But not crossing over, that's absolute horse shit. Okay. I've explained to you this before. Okay, when you're dealing with the paranormal, there are 3 types of paranormal activity. Okay, the first one is residual. And residual is when it's like autoplay. And so you might get for Beechworth, for instance, up at the asylum, the matron used to do the rounds every night at the same time, and it was just like repeat, repeat, repeat. You'd see her and she'd disappear into the wall. You'd see her and she'd disappear into the wall. It's because what happens is the energy of the matron doing her rounds gets recorded by the environment near and around her. And so you might hear footsteps at the same time of a night. You might hear chains jangling, because the environment has recorded that over time and has retained it. Okay, so especially in older buildings that are bluestone or stone, sometimes wood as well, anything that holds an element of quartz in it, marble, things like that, will hold these type of vibrations. And it's just a repeat thing. It happens every time at the same time. Somebody might say, I've seen a girl on the side of the road appear every night. What do you want? You're gonna whinge. And so that's residual. Then you've got your PK, or your psychokinetic, and that's more your sort of like what people would normally term a poltergeist type of energy. And that's usually brought upon by are you watching what she's doing to your notice board? Eat the bills, bugs. And that's usually brought upon by adolescents that don't know where to put their frustrations. And so, a lot of poltergeist activity, and a lot of that sort of psychokinetic energy where things move around and be pushed and get thrown and that sort of stuff, that's more young teenagers, usually girls, but not always, but usually girls that are frustrated in their life and they don't know where to put that energy, and that will create that type of psychokinetic. And then we have our intelligent spirits, which is who we're working with. Okay. And as a medium, you work with the intelligent spirits, you connect to them, you profile them, and then you communicate with them, and it becomes proof of afterlife. So they're the three types of connection. Okay. And usually, somebody that will pick up, that didn't cross the light is usually that type of, it's either a residual or something along those lines, but it's never ever an intelligent, sometimes they might feel that they're stuck, but usually it's something that's holding them there, if that makes sense. But it doesn't mean they don't cross over. It just means they're held in a space. Sometimes that can be they feel comfortable in that space. It was their home. They don't know that they've passed over. And they'll sort of stay there of their own will. And then as a medium, you'll have to go in and say, hey, you've actually passed over. You don't belong here anymore, or you've actually passed over, and this is what's happened, and you just need to explain them, and then they move on. So yeah, it's really cool. So I hope that makes a little bit more sense for you. Bugs, stop it. She's so naughty. Now she's going to try and pull him out. Oh my God, I'm not watching. Michelle, your baby girl is fine. Yeah. Rebecca Freeman, welcome. Heather Barker, my dad loves communicating through the clocks. When he is near me, the clock will stop. Perfect. That's the sort of stuff that they do. Okay. Yeah, I think attachment or something. Yeah. So is it? Look, my guess is that she wouldn't have actually known how to even work with spirit. So, I just think it's absolute horse shit, if that makes sense. Where are we going? Now what? She's getting in her mother's work bag. Can you come and get her? She's been naughty. I've had enough of her now. You've all seen her, so now she can bugger off and no more banter with the bugs. She's doing my head in. You're naughty. Have you got her? Yeah. Oh my God, she's such a shit. All right, Shelley, let's work with you and let's see what we can get. Oops, hit the wrong one. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I've brought her in. You've all seen her. Now we can get back down to business, and you'll just have to put up with Chip. Okay. She is beautiful, but she's a monster child, and she just keeps getting better. Okay. All right, Shelley. Shelley, I know you wanted to connect to your mom. She's a distraction, yeah. And I have to talk about her not being able to speak. Okay, Shelley. So I feel like I'm stuck in the throat region with her, and just a little bit hard of speech, if that makes sense. Mum feels like she's really poorly. Okay, and I feel like her body aches from top to bottom at the time of her passing, if that makes sense. And I also have to say to you that even though she wasn't well, her passing was unexpected. That makes sense. So, Shelley, as I'm reading for you, I need to confirm these things because it helps me bring her forward. Okay. And she's talking about the music that you chose. Okay, the music that was chosen. And she's saying you play the music all the time, or you keep making reference or playing the music, if that makes sense. So I feel like you've got the songs from her funeral, or you've got the songs from her what do you call it, memorial, and that you keep playing over. But I know that she was sick, but she crossed fast, if that makes sense. I know it sounds like a little bit of a cliche, but I know that you understand that. Okay. Now also there's like a radio or something that would have been your mum's, if that makes sense, that's there, a radio. And I don't know whether this thing has turned itself on, or there's been crackling noises or something coming out of it, but I'm being drawn to a radio. So I have to talk about the radio. Does that make sense, Shelley? Can you place that, a radio? Look, it looks like one of those old radios, but I don't feel it's old enough, if that makes sense. Oh, bless her heart. Yeah, she was sick, but she passed fast. That's exactly what she's saying. And I can see tubes in her nose to help her breathe as well. So I have to place that. And look, she's just no radio. Shelley, who's got the radio then? Is it like, I'm just going to ask that you hold it. It could be the car radio, but I feel like there's like a crackling noise that will come in. So I want you to listen for a crackling noise, because I feel like it's mum trying to connect to you, if that makes sense. And I don't know whether there's one of those old little, what did my granddad used to call them? Transistor radios. Okay, something along those lines, transistor radios. They put on white noise, if that makes sense. And usually it's an AM frequency. But I have to bring that forward anyway. All I'm doing is just passing it across, if that makes sense. But she is making aware of the breathing difficulties and the problems. I am seeing her with beautiful eyes as well. I feel they're light colored. Okay, so I don't know whether they're blue or green, but I feel like they're light colored. And you know, she, towards the end of her passing, she was ready. I'm being told, you know, she was ready to go across. And I think that there's left business, if that makes sense. Like she was ready, but she wasn't ready. You know, 4 days was enough. But prior to that, there was things that weren't prepared, if that makes sense. And she's just apologizing for, you know, the mess. I wouldn't say the mess, that's the wrong word, but apologizing for the cleanup that had to be done, if that makes sense. Now, you have a brother, does that make sense? Or there's a brother I have to talk about here, Shelley? And I feel like there's distance here with the brother. Okay, I have to place that as well. Distance with a brother. Okay. And also too, I'm seeing so Shelley, you've got a brother, and I feel like there's distance with this brother. She's wanting you to work it out, okay? Or she's wanting to like bring the distance closer, if that makes sense. And she's also talking about a niece or a nephew, okay? A niece or a nephew. Oh, your brother's passed, right? She's with your brother. That makes sense, okay? She's also talking about a niece and a nephew. And I have to talk about a niece or a nephew having a child, okay? She's watching over it, and she's telling me this, okay? A niece or a nephew having a child, okay? But she's with your brother, okay? Now, I also feel too that, you know, hang on a second, I've just got to get it. I feel like your brother's passing was also quite fast as well, but definitely different circumstances. Okay, but I have to place a child being born to a nephew, or that's the information that she's passing across anyway. And she is with your brother now. All right. Okay. Now she's showing me her clothing drawers, and I know that she likes scarves, or something like that, scarves, or something that went around the neck, something around the neck, if that makes sense. And I feel like she liked to keep her shoulders warm. Okay. She's also bringing me to her hands, and I feel like they're really beautifully manicured. Okay, I feel like your mum really looked after herself and really cared for herself. And you know, I'm saying that you know, like, I almost want to sit down and have a cup of coffee with you like old days, but I'm being drawn to tea. So I don't know whether she was a tea drinker or liked occasionally a cup of tea, but she's just passing this message across. And she's showing me, I don't know what is or what was in the drawer with the scarves. Okay, the drawer with the scarves. I feel like there's something in there. I don't know whether it's a hat pin or a brooch or something along those lines, but she's drawing me to that, and I feel like there's like something with pearls on it as well. Okay, but Shelley, please know that she's with you and she's with her brother and she's perfectly fine. Okay, you know, you can't hold the space of blame for crossings, and she understands that, you know, you've had a really hard trot, and that it's hard when you have to deal with grief on your own, if that makes sense. But she's saying, you know, we're always there. We're never alone. Okay, we're always there. And you know, she's just saying that the job that you did was incredible. Okay, the job that you did was incredible, and she really couldn't have asked for a better person by her side. And you know, you made the fear less fearful, and that's the message that I have to pass across to you. So Shelley, I'm going to leave it there because there's other people I need to get to. And I just, you know, I'm sending love and blessings and hope that, you know, in this grief you can somehow find peace and know that your mum and your brother are okay. So I'm going to leave that there and move forward. Right, guys, let's pull some cards. Hey, let's have a look here. Let's go. Where are they? Let's go to Sacred Blessings cards. They're really big, so you know I'm bound to drop them. Okay, LP. Let's draw a card for you. Is there a real name? All right, here we go. The Home. Okay, this is the card. It's the Home. Okay, now the Owl is the keeper of the night. Okay, he's the keeper of the night and watches over us. And I do feel that the message that I'm getting guided to pass across to you is that you need to ground yourself a little bit more, and you know, focus on the home life, if that makes sense. I do feel like, you know, there's times in your life where you have been I feel like there's times in your life where you've been a little bit of a gypsy, if that makes sense, and the time to settle down is coming up for you. But I feel like it's not going to be a long-term thing before you actually take off and move. But for the moment, I am being guided to say to you that the home is really important. Okay. Now, I know a lot of people say home is where you hang your hat, and LP, I feel as if you have many hats. But I just want to say to you that you know, there's so much opportunity out there for you, and I guess the world is your oyster, but you have to remain grounded and humble in whatever it is that you're doing. Okay, you know, you can't bear the world on your shoulders all on your own, and so you have to sort of like be a little bit picky and a little bit choosy in regards to what you're going to take into your energy, because I do feel that, you know, so many people want a piece of your ass basically, and you know, you just need to you know, I guess like everybody else, lay down clear boundaries and borders, and you know, just be honest with yourself in what you're willing to put up with, and sort of like what you're you know, what you're not willing to put in with, it makes sense. But anyway, that's the card that I've got for you, LP. I'm sending you with love and blessings, and I hope that it makes sense for you. Okay, let's have a look, see what else we can get. Stacy Dunlop. I feel like you need to go to the real estate that you're with and get them to find you a place. That's what I'm being guided to say. Okay. Intuitive anatomy. Yes, Heather, I do, but I'm not a medical doctor. Okay, and I need to make that very clear. Whatever I pass across comes from spirit. It's not my own personal opinion about medical situations or circumstances. So it's, yeah, it's look at these cards. They're so pretty and they're so nice to work with. Again, you can get them from animaldreamingpublishing.com. Brand new deck of cards here. Sacred Oracle, Sacred Blessing Oracle cards. This is them. My evening star. What do you say, Chippy? Hi, Bridie. Okay. Georgina, I feel like you'll get called back or get called back on something you've applied for previously. Yeah, Stacey, go to your real estate, get them to find something. Because it's not your fault the landlord's selling, and just say, look, you know what we need, you know we're good tenants, and find us something. Bev. Gaia. Okay, Bev, Gaia. Okay, get in touch with the earth. Okay, get in touch with the earth. I feel like sometimes you forget that there's a big wide world out there, and you're so focused on everything in front of you that you forget to sort of like put your feet in the ground. It's as easy as going for a walk along the beach, or putting your feet in the ground in the backyard, or going to plant some vegetables or something like that. I feel like you need to connect with I feel like you need to connect with the world, if that makes sense, and just appreciate everything that's near and around us. Many, many, many years ago, when I was in Mexico City working with crystal skulls, I asked an incredible man by the name of Hunbatsman, who is a Mayan elder and very, very renowned for working with the Mayan calendar, what it was to be a shaman. He ignored me because I was a woman. And I was so persistent with him, and we were at Teotihuacan, and I asked him again, and he started to laugh, and he just, said, you're persistent. And I said, well, I want to know, like, what is it? And he said, observe your world and everything that's in it. And Bev, that's what I'm being drawn to here. Humbatz's words is to observe your world and everything that's in it. Okay. There's so much that we have near and around us, and sometimes we just continue to use the same old things that we're used to, because we get stuck in our comfort zones, if that makes sense, and we forget to try different things. And this is what I'm being guided to say to you, is that try something different. So many people go through their life wanting something different. They say, oh, I don't like this anymore, and I want something different. And well, what are you doing different? Okay, if you want something different, you got to do something different. Look at my hair, holy shit, I so need it cut. It's like control. So you got to do something different to get it, if that makes sense. And so I want to say to you, put your feet in the earth, put your feet on the ground, and just breathe with Mother Earth just for a little while. Ground yourself, get some sun on your face, get the wind blowing through your hair, and just let yourself be in that moment. Take a breath and center. Okay, and I think that you will really find a lot of grounding and a lot more direction and guidance that will come from that moment. So I'm going to leave that there with you, Beth. You've got Gaia. Lindy Peak, yes. Michelle, you've always got family near and around you. They're never far away, okay? And Eva, don't feel that there's anything there for the minute. You've asked the question twice. Um, You're going to do it too. Everybody should do it. It's really cool. Oh, Nicole. Ooh, Spirit's not giving me any guidance on that one, Nicole. I feel like there's unfinished business where you are. So I think this one is coming down to pure timing, okay? Pure timing. So just hold on to that for a minute. Yeah, just hold on to it. That's what I'm being guided anyway. I do feel you should extend your what was it? Your space. Now, don't forget, guys, you can always book in a private reading with me. You know, the banters are here for you to see the quality of my work, and to also, you know, just get some brief guidance, if that makes sense. But if you do want something more extensive, please don't hesitate. Contact me through my website, which is www.psychicbarber. Let me see if I've got it here. That one, running across there. AustralianPsychicBarber.com, or you can book in through Facebook, okay, and just gives you the opportunity to pick your time and pick your day as well, okay. So let me just have a look here. Oh, can we do that? Oh, here as well. Ha ha, you're up on the screen now. That'll teach you. Okay. All right, let me just pull this card for a second. Lena Grace. Is it Grace? Gross. Crosey. Lena, I don't know what your surname is, but I'm going to go there. The Fountain of Youth. Okay, the Fountain of Youth. All right. Now, Lena, what I'm being told here is that there's a lot of reminiscing about the past that's going on, okay? And I feel like it's okay to remember things, but don't get stuck in the past, if that makes sense. I just want to say to you, it's okay to remember, but use the memories as tools to springboard and move forward. Everybody has lessons in their past. There's no mistakes, just lessons, okay? Because we all made the choices that were right for us in that moment. And it's not nice to then some time later go, oh, I made the wrong decision, because you didn't. You made the right decision that was right for you in that right moment, okay? So you've learned the lesson, you've moved on. But what I'm being guided to say is don't get trapped in the past when you revisit it. Okay, use it as a springboard to allow you to be able to move forward into the present, and stay in the present for now. Don't worry about what's going on and what's happening in the future. Just stay in the present right now. At the moment, I can see you, you know, sort of like, it's talking about the fountain of youth. And I guess each and every one of us, you know, at some time question our mortality, okay? We question, how long have we got to live? Have we done enough? Have we reached enough? Have we achieved enough? And I feel like at the moment, you're really in a place of contemplation and thoughtfulness. And I just want to say to you, you know, you know, your soul is ageless, and you know your body, yeah, okay, we all age, we all get wrinkles, we all have that shit happen to us, but it doesn't make us worthless, if that makes sense. And you know, the lines on your face just tell a journey, say that you've been somewhere. The scars on your body, again, just a proof that you had an experience. And so stop beating up on yourself. You know, when you're looking at the mirror, love who you are and the journey that's been taken, and just, you know, embrace who you are. We all move from mother maiden to crone, and I think that, you know, wherever you are in that that divine transition. Just love the moment, and okay, yeah, go back to the past and move forward. And then you might want to sneak a look at what might be coming, but don't get stuck there. Just be in the moment and focus on what needs to be done now. Okay, so I'm going to leave that with you with lots of love. Carly, that's bullshit. You need bloody glasses, woman. My phone's going off. It's shit. My phone's going off. All right, let's have a look here. I do so age, Carly. My body feels like it's 150. We just moved the TV cabinet tonight, and oh my god, holy shit, it was well funny. Amara, is that how you pronounce your name? Okay, let's have a look. I don't know where Dudu is tonight, but hey, Ronit, I'm shuffling cards. Carly, you're blind. Oh my god, you cracked me up laughing. I think I'm going to have to invite you to my birthday party, Carly, just so you can see how old I really am. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. All right, where are we going here? Amara, a card. The animal. Okay, I love this card because it's the hare. Okay, and I think it's absolutely a beautiful card. And there's a lot of ivy there. It's very Celtic cards. No one believes in her age, Carly. Shh, get off there, you. Oh my god, that's so funny. Forever young. Yeah, I act 3. Can you two just talk amongst yourselves and let me do this reading? Thank you very much. The animal. Okay, so this is the hare, all right? And, I feel there's a lot of fertility. And for me, the hare is such a Celtic and a beautiful, beautiful animal that comes forward. But what I'm being guided to say to you at the moment is that, you need to tap into your animalistic senses a little bit more sometimes, because I do feel as if you are a little bit too trusting for people near and around you, and you don't trust your gut instinct. Okay, you sort of like I guess you're too trusting. There's no other way to put it. You're too trusting, and people just shit all over you, basically, in a nutshell. And you know that I'm right off the cuff and straight to the point. You're going to get, you're going to get it from me no matter what, because spirit is, doesn't have time for fluffing about. If you want to fluff it about, I almost said go to somebody else then. And anyway, so what I'm being guided to say to you is that, just be a little bit more aware of your personal space. Little bit, can't even get it out now. Just be a little bit more aware of, you have this gut instinct. We all have this animalistic gut instinct that's based on our limbic system, fight or flight. And I'm just feeling that at the moment you need to hold back and observe from a different angle your world and everything that's in it. Okay, this little rabbit is crouched down, hiding under some ivy. Okay, and he's just sort of like sitting there as if he's like observing something that's going on. So I just feel that for the moment you need to observe and not act. Okay, observe and not act on what's going on near and around you in your work environment. I'm going to throw in there, in your work environment, because I feel as if changes are coming, but don't show people the ace up your sleeve. That's the message that I'm being given. Don't show people the ace up the sleeve. Now, being the hare, or sometimes the rabbit as well, I know that things are going to happen quite swiftly. Okay. And I just really feel that for the moment, you need to just sit and pause, and just sort of like look around you, and just sort of like see, I guess, your boundaries. That's the word. Okay. See your boundaries, and make sure they're clear. Okay. There's so much change that is about to happen in your life, and what I'm being shown is that it's just a transitional time. Okay, a transitional time, but hold back. I know this sounds kind of scattered, but this is the information that Spirit's giving me. Okay, hold back, look at your boundaries, look at everything near and around you, observe, don't act, don't jump forward. Don't be the rabbit and jump forward. Just sit down and crouch and watch near and around you, and don't show your aces. So I feel as if there are thoughts and things that are going on in your mind at the present time, but don't talk to somebody. Keep it close to your hip. And for now, that's the message that I'm being given. So I don't know how relevant that's going to make things, but that's what I'm being guided to pass across to you. I hope you can make some sense of it. Samantha's put up a message here that I need to address. When putting boundaries in place of what you will accept in life and how you will be treated, how do we work with Spirit to help guide us through the emotional roller coaster ride of what people will say and put us through to test these boundaries and self-worth? Right. Okay. Easy one, Samantha. Okay. It's easy. All right. Amara, does that make sense? All right. So getting back to Samantha. Samantha, whenever you put a boundary in place, or whenever you choose something for yourself, a person's reaction to that is not your problem. It's their problem. Okay. So the emotional roller coaster is your own fault. All right. And I'm saying this with as much empathy as I can possibly say it. But, make the decision. Don't feel guilty about it. Okay. And, nobody can make you feel anything, but you have to look at why you're feeling guilty. Okay. Why are you feeling shitty about your self-worth? Okay. Because it's not actually about you. It's not actually about them. It's about you. So as an example, what have we got here? How do we work with Spirit to help guide us through an emotional crossroad of what people will say? It doesn't matter what people will say. People are always going to be people, and they're going to say a whole heap of shit no matter what. They're always going to be the same. They're always going to be judgmental because their self-importance and ego says that it should be made about them. And when it isn't, then their back gets up. But you know what? I've got a saying that is not my monkey, not my circus. Okay, so it's not your problem. If people have got conflict in the decisions that you've made, that's their shit, not yours to deal with. So you need to sort of understand that. The second problem is that when you make those decisions and, people have got a problem with it, why do you then turn it around and make yourself feel shit about it? So you have to look at your own self-worth. Why is your ego making it about you? You've made the decision. Be satisfied with it. Don't question it. Just do it. Okay, so to put it in a sort of like a linear motion, you make a decision. Anybody that has conflict with that decision, that's their shit. Okay, that's their shit. You make a decision, and if somebody makes you feel shit about your decision, address how it's making you feel and where that really comes from. Okay, address where that really comes from. Does it come from not feeling good enough? How old were you when you didn't feel good enough? How many times in your life have you not feel good enough? Because nobody can make you feel anything. Only you can make yourself feel something. Does that make sense, Sam? So set your boundaries, make your decision. If somebody's got a problem with it, that's their shit, not yours. But if you have a problem with how people are reacting, then you have to address that yourself. You have to figure out where that comes from and why. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. Jamie Marie Hickman. Jamie Chick, you missed the boss man on here earlier on. I actually did a reading for him. So I've actually got one of the other contestants from the Barber Show on here now. Guys, say hi to Jamie. She's on here. I did a reading for Jay. So yeah, really cool to have you on. How's the kids? Sending lots of love when you're coming back to Oz, blah, blah, blah. Let me pull a card for you, Jamie. Hey, baby, you having another kid? Oh, my God, the cat's trying to bust in again. There's another baby coming for you, James. So, as I was talking to you all, oh, hopefully in July. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, my God, Ari's trying to break in again. That cat. Should we let her in? Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, shit, she's in. The monster's back. But yeah, I'm sure, James. So Jamie was on the TV show that I was on as well. So yeah, there was only 2 girls in the end, wasn't there? There's only 2 of us. Was it 2? There's only 2 of us in the show. How funny. All right, James, let's pull a card for you. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. There's one for your sister as well, the mountain. Okay. Jamie, this one is a really important card for me because what it tells me is that you are focusing on too many small things. And what actually happens is it, it becomes one big mountain. And when we've got that mountain in front of us, we look as if things are unattainable, okay, because we just feel so daunted by it. And it becomes really scary and overshadows us. And it's a really scary place, when you've got this big whopping mountain in front of you and you think like, shit, how the hell am I going to get over that? And that can be anything from the amount of work that you have to go, the amount of work that you have to do, to the obligations that you have or the commitments that you have, like whatever it is that you have on your plate that is overwhelming you. It might be organizing something, organizing a wedding or something like that. But whatever it is, it's like so full on that you just can't see anything past it. And it's just like a big mountain that shadows you. Now, what you need to do is just take one step at a time, James. One step at a time. Just focus on what you need to do right now, okay? Do that thing right now. Then you move to the next thing and you do that thing right now. And then you do the next thing and you do that thing right now. Okay, now along your journey, you might slip and you might fall back a step, but that doesn't make any difference, okay? As long as you're moving forward. And then eventually what's going to happen is you're going to look up and you're going to see that you're halfway up that mountain. And it's not going to be as daunting as it was before because you've taken one step at a time. I see you overwhelmed at the moment, Jamie. I don't know what's going on in your world at the present time, but I feel like you're juggling an awful lot. And I'm just feeling as if this mountain is on top of you. And I just want to say to you, the way to come through and the way to combat it is to just take one step at a time, focus on what's in front of you. I write lists down, okay? I write a list down of what I have to do right now because otherwise I just have a total mental breakdown and I can't deal with it because it becomes really overwhelming. So I hope that makes sense to you, babe. And I do see another kid coming for you, which is going to be absolutely awesome. One for your sister too. So I think that's going to be in unison. And I want to also talk about a September date. So hang on to September. And yeah, I hope we can catch up at some stage. It'd be really awesome to have a reunion. So everybody's asking what the TV show was. The London Barber Movement, okay? London Barber, LBM TV, okay? It's on YouTube. Jump on there, have a laugh, because we did. We had so much fun, and we made some friends for life. And yeah, really cool. Hi, Francis. How are you? I can't wait. Francis has jumped online. Just reminds me of another thing. We've got a paranormal investigation coming up at Francis and her hubby's incredible Lighthorse Museum in Nanagoon, and I can't wait for that night. It's going to be so special. So if anybody wants to do the paranormal investigation with me, then jump onto my Facebook page and book your tickets through Eventbrite. Big day at Flemington. Yeah, I bet. Thought of you today when I was buying my Anzac Day badges. So yeah, really cool. Oh my God, Di's found the link. Now we're in trouble, James. All right, now we're nearly at 10 o'clock, guys. So I'm going to do one more mediumship reading. Now, don't all get out of shape if it's not for you, because you can always book a private reading with me. And I have several options to do. I'm going to go over for those people that have joined us along the way that didn't join us at the beginning. I'm opening for Rosalind Sanctuary this Thursday. So if you go to Rosalind Sanctuary on Facebook, you'll be able to see the details of the venue. I'll be on the platform opening up for them for the first time in so long, and it's so exciting to be able to get in front of a live audience again, which is really great. It's so good. I did one last Saturday, and a live audience is so incredible to work with, and absolutely love it. Spirit loves it, we love it, and you guys love it as well, which is really cool. So coming up this Thursday is Rosalind Sanctuary. Again, you can look on their Facebook page, Rosalind Sanctuary, and you'll be able to get all the details for there. After that, I am heading up to Mackay in Queensland for a lecture on death, dying, and transition. I'm also doing a platform show up there, guys. So if you know anybody up and around near Mackay, send them onto my show. We're done through Whitsunday's funeral and crematorium, and I can't wait. So I'm up there for a few days, and I will be doing private readings as well. And then I've also got the Animal Dreaming Writers Retreat coming up as well. So I'll be there. If anybody's got tickets to go there, I will see you there. Don't forget, Mind, Body, Spirit is on in Melbourne, which is going to be cool as well, and also in Sydney. I'll be at the Melbourne one floating around. Hey there, you, Gypsy. But Sydney I probably won't get to. But I will be doing a show in Sydney at Rachel Grace Showroom with Geordie Janes. Now, I'm not sure if I have the date for that one. We did choose one. I think it's in September. Let me just quickly check. I'll have a look. What date was it? Just bear with me, guys. I'm just having a look. I can't remember what date we chose. Anyway, it's sometime in September that I'll be doing a platform show in Sydney with Geordie Janes and incredible psychic medium. Is it the 16th, Gypsy? Rachel Grace. What am I doing? What was it, 16th? No, maybe the 17th. I thought it was earlier on. Shit, it's a Saturday. Anyway, once we're closer to it, I'll put all the details up, and anyway, you can book it. So that's Sydney. I'm coming to Sydney, and we are doing a show. Okay. Plus, I'm also doing a live platform show in Melbourne on the 25th of June. It's a breast cancer fundraiser. So please come along and support breast cancer. I've lost some beautiful people to breast cancer, and a lot more that are struggling to get through it, and some that have actually gotten through it. It's a great cause, a great night, great venue, and I'll be doing that as well. So there you go. Where do you do your private readings from? My private readings are done online via Zoom in the comfort of your own home. But if you do want a live face-to-face, I'm going to charge you just dropped my phone. Okay. If you do want a live face-to-face reading, I am going to charge you more money because I can. No, only really. I do them all on Zoom at the moment, but I do have availability to do a face-to-face reading, but they are a little bit more expensive. So if you jump onto my Facebook page or my web page, you can actually see that. You can book there. You were lucky to work with Alison Dubois in Brisbane. Would love to meet you in Mackay. Then Pauline, turn up to Mackay because I will be there. Okay, and I'm up there for a few days, and I cannot wait. So yeah, with the Whitsundays, funeral and crematorium. And if you jump onto their Facebook page, then they'll be advertising it as well. Sydney, I will be there. Laura, we're probably staying at your house anyway. Sheridan, I have a lot of family in Wollongong. It is a possibility, but I would have to have, I'd have to have a venue organized and somebody that is willing to actually do the promotions and things like that. I'm happy to turn up and do the show, but I just don't have time anymore to organize all of the venues and all of that sort of stuff. So there you go. What is wrong with you? Come here. Bugs. All right. So anyway, where do you want to come to? You want to come to Laura's as well? Look at this soot. What's wrong with you? Come here. Oh, you want to go to the Whitsundays? Okay. Well, you guys can come. Shellharbour Workers Club. I can try and organize it for you. Sherida, if you can organize the Shellharbour's Workers Club and get people bums on seats. I have family in Shellharbour and I used to live in Shellharbour, so I know exactly where that is and I know the club. Okay, so if you can organize it, I will gladly come up there, and I'm happy to work at any RSL or anything like that. So Nicole, you're a North Queenslander. You guys sort it out. I'm leaving it all up to you. All right, sort it out, and then we can talk and we can have a look. All right, now I've got one more reading that I have to do. And I'm being given the name Ruby Rose or Ruby. Now, it's not Ruby Rose, you think, okay? So either Ruby or Rose that I'm getting, okay? And this beautiful little old lady is coming forward. She's so sweet. She's got the lipstick on. And do you have to drink out of the fish tank? Look at that. What a classic. Are you finished? Good. All right, anyway. Ooh. She just says this thing about drinking out of the fish tank. Anyway, I need to get back to this reading because I've got this beautiful lady here. So I have a little old lady here. She's so sweet. I just want to hug her. She's kind of little. Absolutely love her. Got the lipstick on. It's kind of all over her face though, because I think my eyesight's a little bit gone. Bless her heart. She loves to sing. God love her. She might have the little woo going on there, but she loves to sing, and it's so sweet. She's got her hair pulled back, and the hair's long. Okay, it's not short like a little old lady. It's like the atypical put it in a bun kind of beautiful woman. She's got a shawl on, and I just love her. She's so cute. Okay, Linda, I'll get back to you in a minute. So I have to bring her forward, and I know that there's either the name Ruby or the name Rose or Rosalie connected to her. The name Rose or Rosalie connected to her as well. But she's so sweet. She loves a cup of tea, and I feel that her husband passed over a long time before she did. Okay, and I feel like she would have been the last in a long line of family to actually go over. Okay, you're noisy. Shush. Can anybody place this dear lady? And she's making reference to a sapphire ring. So I know that somebody watching has her sapphire ring, okay? Has her sapphire ring or a piece of jewelry with a sapphire in it. It looks like a ring, but it may not be. In and out, in and out. She's a pain. Can anyone place her? She's so cute. I feel that this little lady would have fallen, and I really look. I want to say that she fell, broke her hip, and well, just didn't get back up again. Okay, that's how I'm feeling with her, Rosalie. Come on, I know someone's got her. She's telling me Dan or Stan, Dan or Stan, Dan or Stan. She hit her head because I feel a lot of pressure in my head. And there might have been a bleed in her head as well. Okay, so it might have been a bleed that happened a few days later. You know, she's just beautiful. You've got a sapphire ring, but I'm not 100% on the rose. James, did she look like that though? This lady's skinny. Okay, she's thin, would have loved to dress nicely. She has the old lady smell about her, and I'm seeing her wearing like a sort of like a woolen kind of tartan skirt with a blouse, like a jumper or a blazer over the top. Not a blazer, sorry, it's more a jumper, if that makes sense. And she's got her tights on and just some normal shoes. And I feel I feel like, you know, she would have passed over time, but what sort of set off the journey to the other side was she had a fall. Okay, and I do feel she hit her head, but I also have to say that there was, you know, she either broke her hip or damaged her hip. But you know, she struggled to come back from that fall. She became quite weak and incapacitated. Does that make sense? And I know that she was sort of like, I know that many people passed over before her, like her brothers and sisters and her husband. And she's just wanting to present today. And I know that there's a connection with a sapphire ring. Yeah, her name is either Rose or Rose, Rosalind, or Rosalie is what I'm feeling. She is beautiful. But James, this is an older lady, Rosa Ruby. This is like an older lady. Your sister-in-law wouldn't be that old. Oh, you're connecting her to your sister-in-law. Oh, she feels like somebody's grandmother or great grandmother. She's of that vintage. You know, she would have been around in the 1920s. Okay, so I'm going to go over what she looks like again, guys. Okay, so just bear with me. She's very small. Okay, she's got tiny little shoulders, a tiny little waist. She's wearing a plaid skirt. Okay, tartan or plaid skirt. She's just got a jumper on at the moment. You know, just something to keep her warm. A pair of tights or lycra on the legs, and just a pair of shoes, if that makes sense. She's connected to a sapphire ring. Okay, a sapphire ring. Her hair's long, it's pulled back, like I feel like it's pulled back in a bun. She keeps it off her face. She likes her lipstick, and it's kind of all over her face when she does get to put it on. And you know, she tries to keep herself well manicured. She had a fall and passed from a fall, but I feel like it was more because she sort of like hurt her hip, and just the fall really took it out of her, if that makes sense, and she just couldn't get back from it. So is this making sense to anybody? Okay, is this making sense to anybody? Jamie, I don't feel like it's for you, but I want you to listen to the message when it comes forward anyway, because it may be relevant. Okay, it may be relevant. I also have to put a Tom or Thomas in here, and or a Tom or Thomas or Thompson surname as well, in here as well. So I have to talk about that also. And yeah, it's like a Rosalie Ruby or something like that. I feel like that as well. Let me get some more information. Just bear with me, okay? Yeah, her hair's like long hair and pulled back. She didn't have short hair. She was just like a little old granny with her hair pulled back in a bun. Um, you know, she liked to be neat and tidy and very, very well put together. I feel she had a beautiful, dainty wristwatch on as well. Really small face, kind of. It's more like a little bracelet sort of watch, if that makes sense. Like it's a very thin band on it, and it's sort of like the old watches that you see in antique shops that have got the tiny little faces on them. That's the type of watch she had on because she's only little. Okay. She loved her music. She's telling me she loved her music. And I feel like she, loved the old classics like, the crooners, Billie Holiday, the old jazz classics. So bear with me. Is anybody placing this beautiful woman? Linda, I will get to you shortly. Your grandma's daughter. Karina Jones. Would this little old lady? No, she wouldn't have come forward. It's somebody here. Karina, your grandma's daughter. My grandma's daughter. His name is Rose. Is that your auntie? And her husband's name is Tom. I'm gonna hold this here for a minute. So that's her name, Samantha. Ruby Rosalind. 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 Sam, can you place that? Are those two names together? Because that's the name that she gave me. So her name was Ruby Rosalind, right? That's the name that I was given, Ruby Rosalind. Okay. Right, Karina, I'm going to put you up there for a minute, and I'm going to work. Just bear with me because I was given those two names, but you don't know much about it. Okay. All right. Just let me check in quickly. Because I think I've got all night tonight. I've had double links. Okay, all night tonight I've had double links. Okay, which is crazy. Well, you may not that you are aware of, Sam. Okay, but it might be a double link as well. So just bear with me for 2 seconds. Samantha, I'm just going to hold you there, and I'm going to go over here. Your grandma's name is Rose. Her husband's name is Tom. Okay, Karina. All right. What I want to say to you is that I do feel like I have a little old lady coming in here as well. But I'm being told to talk about a twin, either a Gemini or a twin connection here as well. So can you place that, please? So I have to deal that. Guys, this is the last. These are the last two readings that I'm doing, and I'm only doing two because they're connected. So anybody else that is seeking a reading tonight, you will either have to wait for next week, for next week's banter, or please book online through my website or my Facebook page. Okay, I do have a lot of events going on at the moment, so please, if you're interested, book in. They're all through Eventbrite, and I would love to see you there, or Acuity Scheduling. Not that I know of. Okay. All right, Karina. Yeah, I did, James. I said something about a Gemini. Twins are a Gemini. Um, all right. Can somebody please place an orange tree? Karina, can you place an orange tree? I just need to pull these spirits through. I'm being shown oranges, big beautiful oranges off an orange tree, and I have to place that with the spirit that I'm working with. Okay, oranges or orange tree. Um, I have orange trees. All right. Karina, I think I'm with Sam. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that there for now. I have no doubt that your loved ones are floating around in spirit, but I really feel Samantha's given me the names that were very specifically given to me. Um, and so I'm going to go there if that's okay, because that's where I feel like I'm drawn to. There's too much evidence there when you get a specific name. So please, Karina, just listen to the message. Jamie, Marie, listen to the message, okay? But I really feel I'm with Sam, okay? The distant relative, all right, that's coming forward. But you've got orange trees because she's showing me it's the one with orange trees. It's the one with orange trees, okay? Big, beautiful oranges, okay? Um, I really want you to look into your family history and locate this beautiful woman, okay? And I know that somebody has her sapphire ring, okay? Because she's showing it to me. Somebody has her sapphire ring. She's bringing me to to talk about the transition that's going on in your life, Samantha. And she's coming forward because she acknowledges a similar journey, if that makes sense. And she's saying, back in the day, women didn't have so much of a voice as they do now. And she's saying, please speak up. Please speak up. Use your voice to speak up. You have the tools, you have the availabilities. Please speak up. She's showing me dice that are being thrown around at the moment, and it's almost like a gamble. There's a gamble either way. Whichever way you want to look at it, there's pros and cons in both directions in the choices that you're contemplating making. But she's saying, either way, just roll the dice, because there's going to be a choice made regardless. Okay, I don't know who near and around you is a nurse, but I'm being shown or brought to the attention of nurse or nursing, or somebody being cared for, if that makes sense. But this little lady is really switched on and she's very present with you. I also have to say that somebody has her name. Okay, somebody has her name. So somebody still in the family has the name Ruby or Rose or Rosa, or, somebody there. She's not the only one, she's telling me, that has that name. So she's either named after somebody or somebody's named after her. So I have to leave that there. But that's the message that she's passing across today. So please, can you do me a favor, do some searching, get back to me and let me know where she places. I would love to see a picture of this beautiful woman, because she's really special. And I think that she's come forward tonight for a reason. Okay, come forward tonight for a reason. She's also shown me weight loss as well, and that the weight coming off you. And I feel this isn't in the sense of body weight. I feel more it's in the sense of sort of emotional weight being lifted off, if that makes sense. So yeah, I just want to leave that there. Your niece and your daughter have one of those names. Beautiful. See, beyond reasonable doubt, they always come forward and they let us know they're there. So Sam, that's the message for you. I wish you lots of love and blessings, and I'm going to leave that beautiful lady with her. So there you go, Rosalind. She's absolutely gorgeous, and if you can get a picture of her, I would love to see it. Karina, getting back to you, your loved ones are there with you in spirit, okay? They are showing me headaches, somebody that has headaches, if that makes sense. Yeah, she's only little. So I don't know whether it's you that's suffering a headaches, Karina, or somebody else near and around you is suffering headaches. But I also feel too that somebody's having like little strokes, and I want to place this with a man. I don't know whether it's dad that's having like little mini strokes, or granddad, but I feel like thinning in the arteries is the word that I want to use there. So I'm just going to pass that across and let you know that they're watching over you in spirit, and they're sending hugs and blessings, and they're just going to say, don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. All right, guys, do you know what? It's nearly 10:20. I'm well past my sign-off time. but that's okay because sometimes it happens. And I just want to say thank you so much for all of you for joining me. Hey, Mr. Whitling, I'm just jumping off. But sending you lots of love and hugs, and also for the transition of your beautiful stepmom. Anyway, what was I saying? Thank you so much for joining me. Chippy says thanks for joining. Bugs says thanks for joining us, and we hope that you jump on next week. Oh, sorry, hang on. Before I go, Linda. Night, Jax. The kids say good night. They're swimming around, having fun, eating sand, doing what fish do. So let me just have a look here. I'm just having a brain fart. Sorry, guys. I was just reading some of your messages, and I just need to take that off for a second. Where am I going? Linda Whitley. Can you private message me, please, and I will get back to you in regards to your dogs. That'd be awesome. All right, guys, I really do need to get off because I have so much work on at the moment, and I'm so behind in everything. And I just want to say thank you from all of us for joining me tonight. Please join next week. Bring your friends along. It's always a fun banter. If there's anything that you have questions about, email it to me, and if Spirit wants it to be answered, then I'm happy to answer. But thank you so much for all your love and support. I am holding space for every one of you, and I do understand how hard it is when you lose a loved one, and just the grief involved, and the change and the transition and the readjustment that we all have to do. Just be gentle on yourself, okay? But sending you lots of love and blessings, and I hope that your week will be something amazing. If not, make it amazing. Ciao for now, and sending love and blessings to each and every one of you.